It's a great day to talk hockey with Grant McCagg on HabsCast.
Thanks, Day. Thanks, Dick. A great day, but a shitty night. Not a particularly religious man, but Lord, give me strength after that one. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have a feeling I haven't got around to reading too many comments, but based on what I saw on social media, the little that I did, people are feeling kind of the same as I. Why was Monty given the start tonight, folks? Because it seems like Marty St. Louis is more interested in having Samuel Montembeault as his starting goalie than the Canadiens winning games. I mean, I said it earlier in the year. They sent him down. Bring him back. He has two decent games. Wouldn't say they were five-star games, but two decent games. So, send Fowler back down. And as I predicted, no matter what Dobie does, even if he wins games, Monty now is back to being starting 75% of the time. It has to be. Doesn't matter what he's doing. If he's crappy, he's 80th and saves above expected this year. He's not top 80 in the league. Got to start him 75% of the games because he's Samuel Montembeault. His name's not Jakob Dobish, it's Samuel Montembeault. He's got to be the starter. Oh, man. Have they finally, will it finally get through to them? Will the goalie coach say, geez, maybe this guy's not playing very well. Maybe we should be trying somebody else. Yeah, maybe that might start to cross their mind that, gee, do you think maybe that this guy's having some struggles? I mean, everybody else in the world sees it, but maybe will they start to see it now? Is it possible? Can we all chip in a few bucks here, and I'll send the goalie coach. I'll send the goalie coach a new pair of spectacles, or maybe he needs glasses, or we'll book an eye appointment for him with the ophthalmologist in Montreal. Can you do that, folks? Send me a few bucks. I'll forward it to an ophthalmologist and say, book in the goalie coach for the Habs. Get him in so he can see that his goalie is Montembeault right now. What's he doing on his knees all the friggin' time? And then those goals, you pass it. If you're over on one side of the net, well, I'll friggin' show the goal. This is the first time we've seen it this year. What is he doing way the hell over there? Does it not occur to him that might get past? Look where he is. Could you? Oh, there's other players on the ice? And Jake Evans. Why is Jake Evans playing more than any other player on the penalty kill? Jake Evans was on for 3 friggin' power play goals against tonight. I went back and I looked through during the game because when he first came back, well, they were 27th in the league in penalty kill when he got injured. They were up to 20 without him. Veleno playing way better than him on the penalty kill this year. And now they're back. They got to be back 30 again. That's 5 goals against now with Evans back on the penalty kill. I looked at it. He's played 123 minutes on the penalty kill this year. 21 goals against on the penalty kill. So more than 10 goals against every 60 minutes on the penalty kill, Evans. But they trot him out every single time. Got to go with the vets. Got to go with the guys that they've been here forever. And Carrier backs up on that goal against there, like the backhand one. Oh, well, that's okay, Alex. You stay out there. And then he freaking takes the penalty 10 seconds later. you're soft on a goal against. You just are on for a goal against. You come off the ice. You don't keep the guy back out there. Oh, that's okay, Alex. And then late in the game, 2.5 minutes left, like the chance that Cole got there with the goalie pulled. Who's the guy in front of the net that, of course, didn't have the hands or no opportunity to put it in whatsoever? It's freaking Danault. What the hell is Danault doing on the ice with the goalie pulled? 6-on-5. And it wasn't like to take the face-off at that point. It was a freaking minute after the face-off. What's he doing on the ice? Do you see a bit of a pattern here? Montembeault, Danault, Carrier. Like, come on, guys. Play your best players. Like, I don't like to ever bring that up, but just like tonight was a prime example. It made me think, like, what are they doing? Anyway. No, I don't think that there's rampant favoritism or anything like that, but geez, you wonder, like, what the hell's going on with Montembeault? You know, why are they insisting when the guy's not playing well, you don't friggin' play him. It's the most important position on the team. There's no way Dobis lets in those 2 goals late in the third period. Just no way. He battles. Both of those goals against were Monty being on his knees for no reason. Then where does the puck go? Goes over his shoulder. Wow. And he's back in his friggin' net. You know? He's staying inside his net like he's like a turtle back there in there. His record, he's got 52% or 51%. What is it he's got? He's 9-8. And I mean, he's the only reason why they're in the spot they are right now. Dobie's over 70% winning percentage, and Montembeault's at like 51%. The team's over 60%, but the goalie that's winning 51% of his games, oh, he's the starter. The goalie with the 860 something save percentage, yeah, he's the starter. The goalie who saves above expected is not in the top 80 in the league. So we're not talking like starters or backups. We're talking crappy backups. He's worse than them. Oh no, that guy's got to start 75% of the games because he's Samuel Montembeault. Anyway, MontyNo, Montembeault. Oh, So. Anyway, is that a good enough rant, folks? I'll get to your stuff in a minute here. I have to grab the stats. I'd rather not, but I do. Second line's in a bit of a slumber. I have to say that Cappy, the last 5 games, I don't know. I've always thought of him as a smart player, but he's not accomplishing a hell of a lot in the offensive zone right now. It's starting to disappoint me. Like, he's not doing anything. And pucks bounce off his stick. And anyway, he's been disappointing. Demi had a couple of good games, but tonight, not his best night. Slav, like that second line was not. Can you ever have the top 2 lines both go on the same night? Is that asking too much? Is it asking too much to have your top 2 lines both play a good game? They're the top 2 lines, but it's either one or the other. It can never be both, it seems like, right? When's the last time both the top line and the first line and the second line both were playing well in the same night? It seems like it's either one or the other or neither. It's just between not having they have a goalie that wins 70% of his games, but they don't trust him. You know, I knew when they put Fowler back that okay, Montembeault had 2 good games, so they're going with him 70% of the time now again. And hey, after 2 good games in the past 2 months, he's got to start again. Gives up a bunch last game. Oh, that's okay. He's playing 70% of the time now because he had 2 good games in a row. So that, out of 50 games into the year, he had 2 good games. So he's got to play 70% of the time. Hey, boy. It's frustrating blowing a game late like that when of any other goalies in there that it's probably not happening. Like on a backhand, really? Backhand in the slot like that? On your freaking knees? Inside your net? And then right after again? It's just... And then that second goal where, again, what the hell is he doing? Do you not... Oh my God. Wow. That just sums up Monty's season right there at that. And then the on his knees crap, the last 2 goals. I don't know. Hey, can't you say, well, Marty's gonna go with Monty regardless, goalie coach loves him, Marty loves him, so we're not going to make the playoffs. So do we tank now? Do we get rid of a few players and try to get a top 10 pick? And hey, they're not far from... Let's just have a look at the standings here. If they want to look at it that way, just start Montembeault the next 10 games and frig, they'll be picking 8th. They'll be picking 8th in the draft. Maybe that's a strategy. Maybe, we really want to get this player, but we're going to have to finish in the bottom 10. So keep playing Montembeault. Maybe that's the club's strategy right now. What do you think, folks? Anyway, after a game like this, obviously a little frustrating, right? So now the Habs, too bad they got 63 points. Yeah. They would be 4th in the Western Conference, unfortunately. Yeah, well, I don't know, but if they keep playing Montembeault, they can, won't take long. They're 6 points out of being 11th or 7. So if they go on a little losing streak here, they can be 12th in the division pretty quickly. And they'd be 8th in the other, so picking... Oh, it's going to be tough for them to pick top 10 the way things are going, but I don't know. You can't win. You can't win with no goaltending. You just can't. And right now, I see them being stubborn about it. We got to get Montembeault going. Montembeault's our starter no matter what. I don't know. Call up Kakinen. I'd call up Kakinen, give him a look. If they're afraid about ruining Fowler's confidence, call up Kakinen, give him some games. I mean, they're obviously not comfortable with Dobish. Call up Kakinen, give him a look. Or trade for a goalie. One, Anyway, you see I got the Logs End logo there? Oh, I got a $20. That had to be Don. Was it my good buddy Don? Yeah, it was Donnie McCaskill. 6-pack itis relief. Hey, I'm up over. I beat last month's total, by the way. I'm up. I'm close to $1,700. Thank you, Don. In income on YouTube this month. I think what's left? 8 days, 7 days, another week. I think I can maybe. I think we could crack 2,000 this month. What do you think, folks? Let's make it happen. You guys have, well, it's because of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, even even the early ones, like Monty really struggling. Monty is a bum. We lose this in the final minutes. Monty should have had that puck another week game from him. It should have been Dovish tonight. Yeah. Even Christ is pissed beyond belief, folks. It's a bad night. You get a hat trick from Mr. Saturday Night, and you still lose the game. Nobody else stepped up. Really. Who else had a good game, really strong game other than Caufield tonight? Like, that wasn't a... And then when you get that goaltending, like, holy moly. What did we have here for 6 shots from Cole? Uri had 5 or 4. A couple more good shifts from Bolduc tonight. Didn't mind Bolduc. Matheson, beautiful pass on that one goal by Caufield tonight. That was really nice. But Deneau, Carrier, -1. I didn't think Gallagher was too bad again tonight. Suzuki with 2 assists. Face-off circle, they weren't especially good tonight. Deneau, 45%. The team, well, they ended up 48, so they came back in that regard. But ice time wise, 23 for Matheson. Hudson had the most again. I thought Goalie again. He's coming around. I don't mind Ghouls. Defense, in general, wasn't too bad tonight. Nice to see Doc. It was nice to see Doc getting a scrap. Yeah, he hurt his finger there. And I know people, oh, he's made of glass. Da da da. Hey, anybody? I don't care who that was. It could have been friggin' Eddie Shore. If you get your hand lacerated, it's gonna bleed, and you're gonna need stitches. So good for him coming back. I can just imagine Doc saying, "Oh no, it's not my knee. Stitch me up, Doc. I'm going back in." Good for him. Came back, but also good for him. Because I've been saying, like, he hadn't really been getting physical this year. He was physical tonight. Dropping the gloves with that guy. Good for him. Texier, invisible. I don't like him on the top line. There's another, Texier. What's he doing on the top line? What's Monte doing the starter? What's Deneau doing out on the friggin' 6-on-5 with the empty net? Evans is sucking on the penalty kill this year. Yeah, last year he scored some shorthanded goals, and it seemed like, he was pretty good on the power or on the penalty kill last year, but he's not this year. And it's the same, like, Marty is living in last year when it comes to Evans on the PK, when it comes to Montembeault and nets. Well, you can't live on the past. You have to deal with what is happening right now. And Evans, his freaking, he's been on the ice for 47 goals against now, 21 on the friggin' penalty kill, and he's only been on 123 minutes. So it's 10 shorthanded goals against every 60 minutes. Like, I don't know what the worst mark is in the NHL, but I bet you that's top 10. Like, easily. 10 friggin' goals every 60 minutes. Ooh. I mean, you got to be able to kill some. That's not good, folks. And it seems like Marty's, you got to go with who's playing well now. You can't say, well, last year that guy was good. Well, last year was last year. This year is this year. If a guy's sucking, suck it up, use somebody else. But Texier's not doing it for me on the first line. It's such an obvious hole for the team right now. I didn't know why Doc, why could they not give Doc a extended look? Like, he's played on the wing on that with those guys on and off a few times, but never for an extended period of time. You need time. You need time to build to get used to each other, know each other's tendencies, play together. It takes time. Doesn't matter what line you're on. So is Doc going to bounce back and forth and all over? Texier doesn't do it for me. He really doesn't. I don't mind him, but not as if it has to be the first time in NHL history that a guy that was bought out gets put on the top line of the team, of the next team that he signs with. But surely that's got to be the first. Like, it's almost embarrassing. It's such a big hole that, we're going to give it to a guy that freaking another team disliked so much, he was so poor for, that they bought him out. And 2 months later, he's on a playoff team's top line. I don't know. Yeah, he had those 2 3-point games, but there was some bounces there. It was right place, right time, really, for like 4 of those points. And what we're seeing here is that he's inconsistent. I also I don't find him to be. That line needs somebody with some physicality. It really does. They need someone. When Caufield's the guy that has to go get the puck, and he does a decent job of it, but he's 5'8", that shouldn't have to be Caufield's job on that line. He should be friggin' in his spot, boom. Was it Texier that set up any of his 3 goals tonight? No. He was pretty quiet tonight. Oh, Mr. Paul in the house. $10 donation from Mr. Paul. Thank you, Paul. And by the way, team has struggled since the Vancouver game. PK missing Armia, Savard, and Dvorak. Yeah, PK was okay, though. PK was doing fine when Evans wasn't there. In fact, when, like Veleno, Kapanen, and Danault Anderson, don't mind those 4 killing penalties, but Evans, I don't know what the deal is. He's standing around on the penalty kill. 21 goals against. And he missed a bunch of games. Like, wow. He's not 3 goals against tonight and 2 the other night. He's just not doing it. He's not doing it. Well, Jermaine, $2. Thank you very much. But Paul, I can blame Paul again for, blamed him the other night, again tonight. saying, I have a good feeling about this one. See, then the opposite happens. He praised Monty for his leg saves, and then what happens? The opposite happens. So, Paul, when you text me during the game, it's got to be negative. It's got to be It's got to be negative, and then the opposite happens. So remember that. Never praise Monty mid-game again, please, because the opposite always happens. So your fault again, Paul. Your fault yet again for another loss. Thanks, buddy. But I waited till after I got the $10 from you before I went thinking, eh? I think Suzuki's alert to shooting the puck. Oh man, when he got the puck there that one time, eh? And it's like, I gotta pass it again. I gotta pass it into the corner. I can't shoot when I've got a perfect opportunity. I gotta pass it to Cole in the corner. I know what you're saying. Happy Hab. I've seen Happy Hab for a while. $5 from Happy Hab. Thank you. Hey, nice to see some money coming in, folks. You cheer me up. You need your goalie to stop non-high danger area shots. He only stops the high danger area ones. Something like that. And drops to his friggin' knees. I'm sorry, but Monty should have had both goals in the third. No, don't be sorry. Jack, I played like Harry. They would send him to Laval. Yeah. Brent Turpin, I'm done with Monty. Oh, Tony Duplessis. You could see Montreal losing this game with Monty in net. Too many penalties. Yeah, I know. The freaking penalties, too, eh? And again, Carrier backing up on that friggin' goal against. And oh, no, that's okay. You stay out there. Like, how often do you see that? Like, get off the ice. Get another pair out there. And then he freaking takes a penalty, right? And that's it. That's the game. I knew it was over then. When he took the penalty, over. Monty's not a battler. Sitting inside his net on his knees. Texture return lineup didn't do much. Yeah. Yeah, well, Ben, you're saying what I this came out before I said it, but yes, I agree. Yeah, Monty for Bennington. Then we'd have another Canadian Olympian. Oh yeah, I would trade. Well, why would they want Montembeault? Oh, how? There's no way this is a last straw for Monty. No, they'll friggin' march him back out there again and again and again. I mean, we saw it. I knew by December that this was going to be, that it's, we got to get Monty. Monty's got to be our starter. I think they started, when they said, okay, well, what's our goals for this season? Let's write down. Number one, Monty play 50 plus games. That was the number one priority on the season. Monty has to play 50 to 60 games. And then everything else came after that. Appears that way. That seems to be the objective, the main objective of this season. Make the playoffs? No. Monty start 50 plus games. That was the number one point when they made up when they got on the chalkboard to start the year. Who starts in net in the playoffs? Oh, playoffs? Playoffs? I hope they could even win a game. Playoffs? Playoffs? Some people will probably get that. Jim Mora, Indianapolis Colts. Playoffs. Monty allowing 4 goals and 18 shots. He's back to his usual. Not sure I would even send him for conditioning with Trois Riviere. Yeah. Conditioning. Oh, frig. How can you send him for conditioning when he starts 3 out of every 4 games? Can't send him back down anyways. Yeah, well, I'd try. I'd put him on waivers, but yeah. I wish that to start the Dovish was in nets. Oh. Well, you believe me, you weren't alone. I did not understand why. And by the way, I'll give Monty a break. I think they had 21 shots, so his goal his save percentage was like 80%. So not, I mean, what, 70% of his starts this season have been around 80% or less. So he's consistent, just as Rum here says. Monty keeping up his average. Absolutely. Yeah. It's too bad. I had a nice I kept it anyway because I mean it was kind of a late loss, right? But I mean, this is my I don't know how many people get the reference, but yeah, Mr. Saturday Night. Cole does it again. Like the positive of this is that Cole is on pace for 45 goals now. The last player on the Habs to score 45 goals, I do believe it was Stéphane Richer, 1990, 89-90. So we got to go back. We have to go back 35 years. Sad, eh? For somebody that got 40 plus, like more than 40. But I think Cole is going to hit 40 for sure. He had 37 last year, hit 40 for the first time. The way he's playing right now, hey, maybe he can get 50. I know early on it looked like he was on that pace, and who knows? Mind you, it's going to be hard for him to do without a winger, a full-time winger on the right side. But does Montreal have the worst save percentage yet, or do we need a few more Monty games? Yeah, there's some funny, few funny things in here. The definition of insanity is playing Monty continuously so he can find his confidence and losing every time. Yeah. Quite disappointing in spite of Cole's brilliance. Well put, Ryan. Yeah, well, back-to-back games, meaning that he played back-to-back games. Not that the team was back-to-back. He played back-to-back. And he shouldn't have. Because Dovish won his last game. Monty didn't. Why the hell would you not go with the goalie that, goalie wins, goalie loses. Go with the goalie that won, the goalie that's won 70% of his games, not the one that's won 52%. It's crazy. Agree with Matheson. Lose a lot of one-on-one puck battles and tight games. Hudson's the only one. Yeah. Yeah. The 5'10" guy is the only guy that consistently wins puck battles. I think it's perhaps time for a new goalie coach in Montreal. Yeah, I would say so. Ben, I don't know why you keep going about back to back. He played back to back. Not saying that they played back. The team played back to back games. It'd be semantics, my friend. See what happens when given a French goalie chance after chance to go back. Well, Montebleau had a great game by his standards, only giving up 4. Wayner, thought you'd come by. Randy and Broncos makes no sense. No. Well, hopefully the Broncos can win tomorrow at least, Randy. Not cheering for the Patriots, that's for sure. Habs starting to enjoy the smell of their own farts as soon as they got mainstream praise. Oh. Blow, Grant. Fire the goalie coach. Dovish wins games. It's time they ride Dovish, for better or worse, and Monty is definitely the backup. Yeah. He has a commercial. Yeah, eating poutine. It's kind of fitting, eh? Goalie coach has to go at a minimum. Quality of goals against Monty are ugly, savable, but not Montembeau. We aren't a playoff team. Well, you know, when you come back and look at it and they lose out by 2 or 3 points, you can look back at these freaking game like a game like tonight and say, blew it. Absolutely blew it. We just got a new member. Brad Coates became a member. Hey, Brad, thanks, buddy. I haven't really noticed you posting too much. I hope you do now. Very much appreciated. Mr. Nicely chipped in $2. Thank you. That's very nice, Mr. Nicely. Another toonie from Brian. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. I think, I think we'll get over 2. I think I'll hit 2,000 this month from YouTube. So that's encouraging. Got a week to go here. May have another, I'll know by midweek, but I may have another sponsor. I sure hope so. And that will really cement things, keep me solid, keep me happy. And by the way, you can keep me happy by if you know anyone that's looking for flooring, please send them and that includes yourself. logsend.com. They take logs out of the Ottawa River to help save the ecosystem, but these logs are fantastic because they've been preserved basically for 200 years at the bottom of the Ottawa River, cold water. They get sawed up and beautiful plank flooring, like wide. You'd be shocked at just how big some of these logs are. Beautiful stuff, but so nice that this guy right here, folks, Ivan Cornoyer, he got all of his rooms redone with logs and flooring. They did all the work too, and he couldn't have been happier. So visit logsend.com, and if if you see what you like, you get in touch with them. Tell them that Grant from HabsCast sent you, and they'll look after you. They're hockey fans too. Used to own the Nepean Raiders in Ottawa. Gord Black, who founded the company, was a goalie. Played with Marcel Dion. and also played with Cornwall Royals. So he played with Cornwall, and then he moved to St. Catharines. He was at that big brawl on the bus when they were getting ransacked in Quebec City. When they suspended the Memorial Cup playoffs, the only one and only time. Big riot because Marcel Dion had went and played in St. Catharines. Basically, was the big reason. Got to fix the goalie problem real fast, or it won't make the playoffs. Yes. Well, hey, why is Detroit better? They've got Gibson. Habs don't. Basically, that's why Detroit's a better team right now. They're not on paper. They shouldn't be. Paul Shepard. Tex looked terrible. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with Cappy there right now, but Slav losing the puck lots too. Yeah. Yep. You know, actually, yeah. Not Monty's fault. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, he was great tonight. Probably Engstrom, Line and a pick. Yeah. Oh, here's a new one. Montum Shit Show. Hadn't thought of that one. Yeah. We have to offer more than Monty. Yeah. Yeah, I would think so. And no, Liney won't get it done, folks. I'd take Monty for, yeah. Well, Binnington, see, the difference here, folks, Jordan Binnington won a cup. Jordan Binnington won the Five Nations thing last year. Sammy Montembeaul's won nothing. So if you think that, you know, Armstrong's going to say, oh, yeah, good idea. Give me that guy. It ain't happening, folks. Bonehead penalties don't help. No, you're right. Gary is either a superstar or worst player on the ice. Yeah. You know, the team wasn't that bad, but neither team played well tonight. Really, you know. But the Habs shouldn't have lost, but can't get the big save when you need it. Goalie has taken a few high sticking penalties. It's friggin' frustrating. Yeah, missed the cross check on Cole. Yeah. What about Kako? Surely he can't be worse than Monty. Yeah, hey, Capo Kako could be better than Monty right now in nets. Binnington, I'm calling it. Binnington and Toropchenko for Monty. They won't take back Texier, eh? Evans, second round draft pick. Getting secondary scoring, we consistently have bottom two lines on the ice. The bottom two lines actually were better than the second line tonight. Why was Caufield taken off final minute? Well, they had been on for quite a while. So I kind of got that, but what I didn't get was Deneau being out with the goalie pulled on the first wave. Like, what the hell? Come on. He's got one freaking goal all year. I mean, Jesus. No, I don't know. Dovish 15, 5, and 3. Yeah. No, but Monty's 9, 8, and 2. So go with Monty and get fired. Yeah, well. Grant, you seem done with Monty. We'll read the comments. Am I alone? I don't know. bring up Reinbacher and sit carry. Oh no, but he's got to be extra right. He's got to be the first top 5 pick defenseman not to play by 21 years of age. Again, they made a list. They made a list there to start the year, and they're just no. This is what we're doing, no matter what. Evans is our first penalty killer, no matter how crappy he is. Montembeault has to play 50 to 60 games, no matter how crappy he is. Reinbacher has to be in the minors all year, no matter how good he is or how crappy Carrier is, or could only have 2 right defensemen. They've got their list there, and they're bullheaded. They're bullheaded. They're never wrong, so. They're 8th in the conference right now, I think. Oh, probably. Reinbacher got injured. Yeah, I don't think it's serious. Probably precautionary there. Rung his bell a bit. And again, of course, made of glass and Doc. Guys leave games all the time. Yeah, those guys have got injured before, but hey, it happens. I'm glad it's not his knee. Got a bit of a bell ring. I'm sure Reinbacher's fine. Meanwhile, he was the reason we picked 5th in the Reinbacher draft. Stole useless games. Yeah, there you go. Leafs are 6 back, but a game in hand. Yeah. Oh boy. Greg Millen's commentary. Yeah, Greg Millen. He wasn't. It was Gary Galley that was calling the game. I kind of liked his commentary on the Cole goals. It was Galley's gotten better, I have to say. I mean, hey, it's his meal ticket. If he's covering a lot of Habs games, I think he kind of caught on that maybe I better not be so friggin' negative about them all the time. Yeah, probably a good idea, Gary. I think he's catching on. Florida, Minnesota tied 2-2. Florida's not that far back either, folks, and they get Barkov back. Kachuk's back now. Washington, Edmonton tied. Buffalo won 5-0. Utah beat Nashville 5-0. Carolina beat Ottawa. I think they're done. Columbus beat Tampa, if that's any consolation. Detroit 5-1. Friggin' goaltending. They're getting goaltending. LA beat St. Louis 5-4. I think St. Louis is done. It is a team that the Habs could possibly do something with. They have in the past, and maybe they'll do it again, right? The Habs, believe it or not, are still in 5th place. It's a good thing that they got that little cushion there. They had been 6-3-1, but lost their last 2. Oh man, they really needed that game. But now there's a gap, right? There's 6 points. They were a point back for the longest time, the top of the East, and now they're 6 back. So what's happened there is that there's been a separation. Buffalo's now ahead of them. So they are 4th, and Bruins 1 point back. That really, had to get that to at least overtime. That stings. That really stings. But I don't know. You know, they're not a bad team, the Habs, but if you've got if your goaltending's not is a question mark at 53 games into the season, whew, I don't know. It's not many teams with questionable goaltending 53 games of the season in such a tight race. Typically, man, it's not a good thing. We have 260 people here watching, or that are on board here. Please hit the like button if you don't mind. It helps me out a lot. Hype if you're on your phone and you want to, and if you're not already a subscriber, it doesn't cost you anything. I'd really appreciate it if you press the subscribe button too. So it all helps me out. So Habs lose another 4-point game. Yes, they do. Get Blade back in the lineup, start Dova, stop overthinking it. Yeah. I'd be afraid Blade's not going to play too much anymore. Beck every day over Evans every day. Well, the Panthers didn't give up Monty for nothing. Oh, well, he did have a couple of decent years. It's just that you can't live in the past. We can try Line on the first before you want to trade him, or even with Demidov and Cappy. Yeah. I think they're going to have to. Teams are going to want to know whether he's freaking damaged goods or what there. Put Anderson on that top line. You know what? I have said it. Like I prefer it to Texier. We still get in there, bump and grind, hit, get some turnovers. Texier being on the top line is on Marty. Yeah, it is. Jack Eye's been better. I haven't minded Jack Eye. Need a little better defense for sure. Frank the Tank. The team cannot defend and the goalies suck. Jim Carrey played good back in 95. Bring him in. Yeah. He was in the movie The Mask too, wasn't he? That was about goaltending, wasn't it? If we can get decent goaltending, we're definitely not. No, if we can't get it, we're not making the playoffs. No. Overplaying certain D-men, no trust in Wi-Fi, but lots in Monty and Carey. Yeah, I know. The PK is really just bad. No other way to put it. Really hurting them. Pasternak was doing whatever he wanted. Yeah, the PK was not good. Jake is really struggling on the penalty kill this year. He really is. I think maybe he misses Armia, right? Well, this is the thing, Constantino Georgakopoulos. Wow. Dobie lets in goals most times, but he makes the big saves. Yes. Why were they so eager to sign Texier? Beyond me. But he can talk to reporters after the game. blown leads, I think we can live with as they learn and mature, but just lack of saves overall. I mean, I think we would all be happy at the beginning of the year we knew they would be where they are. Yeah, I honestly thought they'd be ahead of Detroit and Buffalo. A little disappointed by that, but Detroit and Buffalo is getting better goaltending. I don't know why Jacky sits all the time and Caddy has to play 20 minutes. I don't know. They don't trust him, and I don't quite get it. He's played fine. He's played fine the last month and a half. He really has. Yeah. Bontu, come on. They get knocked out of a game. Like, really? Who's made more glass? Okay, you get cut. Oh, he shouldn't bleed because he's been injured before. What the dare him when he gets cut by something sharp that he bleeds because he's had injuries to his knees. He must be made of glass. That's ridiculous comment. Come on. And Reinbacher, yeah, you get your head wrung. You go out the rest of the game. He'll be back friggin' next game. These comments here bother me. No, they're not made of glass. You get friggin' hurt, you get hurt. Okay? Fuck. Frankly, Mahovlich, Cappy invisible again. He's tired. Yeah, I know. He needs to take off the friggin' the break. Last 5 games for Cappy, I don't know. He was playing great, and now just last 5. Hey, I'll call it. I'm a Cappy fan, but if Cappy's crappy, I'll admit it. And Cappy last 5, for the most part, crappy, and I'm not happy. Fowler's 33rd in the league with goals saved above expected. Dovish of 3.18. Dovish is minus 4.48. Monty is minus 5.7. How complicated is it to figure out who should be playing? Playing Fowler won't ruin him. Yeah, well. Playing Kakinen won't ruin him either. Red light Montembeau. Yeah, I thought Bolduc was half decent. Slav looks like the praise got to his head, thinks he has all day to make a play. I don't know. He's back to thinking too much again instead of just reacting. Monty like 7 feet out of his crease to the opposite side, not able to read that it's going to be a pass. Yeah, no kidding. Like, he wanted to make this in case Pasternak shot it 4 feet wide of the net. He wanted to make sure that he could save it, right? Like that's Gallagher had a decent game. Yeah. Yeah. Did Lane get an assist? Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Bontoon. What names did they say to trade for that are available? I don't know. Monty seems to hide in his net. Oh, I just get tired of I see it on friggin' hey, when you got 4,000 followers on X and you say something and people, you see like, mention something about Reinbacher and he's made of glass. Fuck off. Excuse the language. I just get tired of hearing it. Trade with Winnipeg for Hellebuck. I'm going to seriously question our intentions to make the playoffs. Enough's enough. There we go. Cappy offensively, it's hard, but at least he's doing great in it. Yeah, he had some decent plays defensively again, back things up, but just in the offensive zone right now, he's not getting open. He's not, pucks are bouncing over his stick. He looks tired. He's not making a lot of smart plays right now, and that's not like him. I'm a little concerned with what's going on here. Grant, some guys do get hurt more than others. Yeah, right. Due to circumstances. They don't get hurt like just the wind blowing on them. It's bad luck. That's what it is. Bad luck. Some guys have worse luck than others. It's called bad luck. That's what it is. Somebody runs into you 3 times in accidents. Are you a bad driver? No. People ran into you. It's bad luck. It's the same with friggin' injuries. Get me worked up, boys. Okay, I gotta have a drink of my beer here. Yeah. Dovish beats Carolina, Vancouver, Minnesota in a row and cannot get another start. Well, because his name is not Samuel Montembeau or Montembeau. Do I buy into the brewing narrative that the Habs struggle against bigger teams? Oh, did you hear Kent Hughes the other night? Well, yeah, we lost to Washington in 5, but then they lost to Carolina, who's not a big team. So he's trotting that one out, so he can justify having Carrier in the lineup for the rest of the year and in the playoffs, basically. Not trading, not getting rid of Jake Evans because they've gotten 4 soft centers. Well, not soft, but 4 no centers that are big and physical. But he's going to justify it by saying, well, look at Carolina. They beat Washington, so yeah, but you're not playing Carolina in the friggin' playoffs, are you? You got to get through Tampa, probably Florida. I think they got some big defensemen, some rugged forwards. Or Buffalo. Buffalo not run roughshod over them physically. Just a sec. I need fan. You think Carrier's been fine and Anderson hasn't? Okay, well, that's an interesting. And Bolduc. Dobson and Anderson have to be better, but Deneau, Carrier, Bolduc have been fine. Oh, really? All righty. What would you do going into and out of the Olympic break with the goalie trio? You know what? That's a good question, Stanley Cup solstice, but I don't even want to think about that right now. Call up one of the goalies from Laval again. Partners waived Monty. Assistant GM is the Panthers. Yeah. What does that tell you? Assistant GM is Luongo. Yeah. Yeah, Sloss hung on to the puck too much lately again. Hi, everyone. First time here. Hey, man. Okay, now we can't defend the indefensible anymore. Monty can no longer be number one. That one hurts. Thanks for joining us there, Levan. You might notice I'm a little worked up right now. One of those games. Matheson is pathetic. Overrated, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. French podcast talking about PP not being effective. I haven't mentioned Monty yet. Now we're into the broadcast. Yeah. Well, a big reason why power play or PK is ineffective is the goalie. Your best penalty killer is your goaltender, or your worst penalty killer is your goaltender. But no, they won't. No. Monty gets a lot of. He gets defended a lot in the Montreal media. 3 L's in a row for Monty, 3 4-point games, 12 points. Yeah, they putting him in against all the real important teams, the 4-point games, right? Well, hey, he's won 51% of his games this year. Dobie's only won 70%. Hey, could be worse. Could be a Sens fan. Hey, for sure. A new goalie coach would be a start. People say they like the rebuild, but do they? They're quick to criticize and demand changes. Hughes Gordon need to stick to the plan, even if they don't make the playoffs. Young team. Well said. I agree. I wonder if they had been if that had been Arbor in on Boston's tying goal instead of Carrier and Arbor taking a penalty. Yeah. No. It's okay if you're a vet and one of the faves, it's okay. Habs players play with confidence when Dobie's in. Greg Millen just died several months ago. Yeah, it definitely wasn't Greg doing the commentary. It was Gary Galley. Being stubborn will get you fired. Yeah. Monty was claimed up. Yeah. Below 300, 900 save percentage 3 years in the AHL. Yeah, he was below it. He was below 900 save percentage 3 years in junior too. And he's below 900 for his NHL career. He's a below 900 save percentage goalie. It's safe to say. If in junior, if in the AHL and the NHL, you're below 90%, that's what you are. In Montreal, though, that makes you the 50, 60 game starter, apparently. It's frustrating. It really is. Call me crazy. Yeah, okay. I'll call you crazy. You're crazy. If I were Hughes, I'd be calling Seattle for Grubauer. Yeah. They have Decor. Oh, Grubauer would be, yeah. I think they should make some calls and see if they can get another goalie. At this point, people are going to keep asking me, and I guess, yeah. I guess that's got to be the next, because they feel that Fowler was starting to lose his confidence a bit, I guess, even though I didn't think he was doing that badly. They clearly don't think Dovish is a starter, and you need a starting goalie. And the guy that they just insist has to be the starter is not. He ain't cutting the mustard. So, the problem with that though is Seattle is 2 points out of the playoffs. And you need two goalies. You know, you need when that backup goalie's in there, you need him to win too. When things are that tight, Grubauer's a good goalie, like 918 save percentage. You'd have to make it enticing for them. That's for sure. Have to take on Wright on top of it or something. Well, if you take Shane Wright too, then we'll. Ooh. Army and Dvorak also had decent size. Yeah. Bolduc is a waste of space. Huh? I thought Bolduc, last two games, I haven't minded Bolduc, honestly. I'll give him that. He big hit on Zadorov. He made some hits. Made some solid hits tonight. Couple of solid plays again. He played up and down the wing. Trade Carey for a bigger, tougher D-man. Well, if they're not calling up Reinbacher, I guess they got to do something, and maybe that's it. I think they got to deal Struble for something. If it's a right defenseman, well, and if they, insist that they can't call up Reinbacher this year, then I guess they got to do something. Jack Ice that so Carrier could get extra shifts. Yeah, oh yeah. They do it like it doesn't matter what Jack Ice doing. It doesn't matter to them. He gets sat in the third period. It doesn't matter if Carrier is struggling. Doesn't matter. That's what they do. That's what they do, and it doesn't matter. And it's frustrating because I think sometimes you got to read the game, You have to alter your perception sometimes. Blowing leads, I think we can live with as they learn and mature, but just lack of saves overall. Yeah, sorry, that's a repeat, but it's a good point. Beck every day over Evans. Yeah, well, I like Beck more than Evans long term, but they re-signed him. Again, they've got, they like their vets and they'll play them regardless. And unfortunately, it may cost them a friggin' playoff berth. Happy Hab, who contributed $5. Thank you. Thanks for your insight, Grant. Thank you. We're I must be over 1,700 now for the month. Got a week to go. Think I can make $300 in the next week. I'll friggin' be pumping out as many. I'll pump out as many podcasts as I can. I got a little more rejuvenated. I took Friday off. I needed a rest. I had gone frig. I don't know, about 14 straight days, and sometimes 2 podcasts, sometimes 6 hours a day. It just started to catch up with me. I needed a break on Friday. Montembeault, he can't get blood out of a stone, always on his knees. I don't know why. Both of those goals, right? Went down to his knees, over his shoulder. Like, if the net was 3 feet high, okay. Makes sense. Be on your friggin' knees all the time, but goes over your shoulder. How many goals have went over his shoulder this year? Is it time for a trade to shake things up? I wish they would, yeah. I'd like to see a trade. Been a little quiet on the trade front, eh? They got Dano, but Arbor was playing strong. I don't know. I don't get it. Not making a lot of mistakes. He's playing well. It's got to be frustrating when you only play 9 minutes and they don't trust you, eh? Swayman, James and Victoria. Hey, got some new names in here. Thanks for coming on, folks, and joining. And I'll try to get to everybody here. And if I miss somebody who's posting for the first time, maybe comment at the bottom and say, "Hey, could you read my post?" I try to get to everybody that takes the time to, especially new folks that take the time to post to try to get their insight on here. Swayman just made saves on routine shots and Montembeault didn't. And here, Kenny Hickey is a fairly new name too. Hey, Kenny. They're exciting to watch and so much to look forward to. Patience. Yeah, they are. Evander Kane for size and grit. Not the biggest Evander Kane fan. Just all the off-ice crap through the years and a bit of a doughhead, but I don't know. I think they're being careful with trying to avoid getting those types of players in that environment. I don't know. Maybe. Agree they're super fun to watch. Defensively, still work in progress. Probably overachieving a bit, just no saves. Yeah. Really would suck to be picking like 15, 16 again, but the Habs, have a history of when they pick 15, 16 doing okay. Like Goalie and Caufield were both picked 15 and 16, right? There might be a couple of players kind of that are ranked in the teens that I would be interested in the Habs pursuing. That's for sure. Love this show. Great work. Thanks, Constantino. I appreciate that. If Arbor took that last penalty, he would probably not play the next game. Yeah. Monty has to sit and run with Dovish and Fowler. Yeah. Trying to turn it back up into a starter. It's Montembeault baloney. It's been going on all year. And Hughes keep putting up with it. Yeah, I know. So we're starting Monte again next game, right? You know what? I think even they realize that might have to be Dovish in the next game. Time for Hugo to step in and tell Marty, sit him or you're fired. Yeah, that's not the way things work, but need Monty in form for the playoffs. Keep playing Monty, not going to make the playoffs. Somebody higher up needs to talk to MSL. Yeah, well, that's right. So, Grant, are we back to a 3-goalie rotation if we bring Kapanen up? Okay. Okay, what's this Constantino? He doesn't fit the team. Why? Because he's 6'4"? Because he fought tonight? He's the only guy that showed a bit of jam? I'm willing to be patient. You know, people talk about being patient. Need to be patient with Doc. He's 24 years old, top 3 pick. Bad injuries the last couple of years. That's not on him. Let's just, I don't know. Let's try to be patient a little while with him. He's needed, I think. Are we back to a 3 goalie? Yeah, well, they're not going to do anything with Monty, I guess. I wish they would, but Chris Wanamaker. I'm done with Monty. You can't stop enough pucks for us to win. 850 isn't even close to what we need. He has to move on. We're in a bad spot. Maybe waivers is where we're at. I would pursue looking at making a deal of some sort. You know, maybe a goalie that's struggling somewhere else. You see that happen often enough, right? And I mean, at this point, you'd have to throw in something else, but I don't know, Montebo and Struble for Binnington or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. But, you know, if St. Louis is open to say, well, it's time that we need to move on from Binnington, you know, I'd look at it. I'd consider it at this point. Texier, enough. Not putting top players on our top lines. Yeah. Problem is they don't have top player to put on the top line. That's the dilemma right now. You're talking about playoffs. Yeah. You caught that, eh? I think most people know playoffs. Playoffs? Montreal might be the only team who has 4 defensemen who don't hit. One of the 2 that do play less than 10 minutes or sit up in the rafters. Yeah, I know. They're too friggin'. But Hugh said, hey, Carolina beat Washington. I didn't like that comment. I really didn't, you know. Carolina's not in the friggin' Atlantic Division. Atlantic Division's tough. Big. You got to get out of your division. What's he hoping, just to win the wild card and play a play Carolina in the first round? Like, what? You know, what are the odds of that? Lose Monty at the airport and hope he can never find his way back. Okay. The first shot he fumbled a routine save, and so it went. He's just doing too inconsistent. Some nice saves and stinkers. Oh, I know. Monty's been terrible. Takes his mask off, drinks his water. Yeah, it's got to show his face every time, eh? Right. Yeah. He had allowed 4 goals when Boston had 18 shots. Right. But they ended up with 21. I do believe. I don't know, Roger, if they'll pull the plug on him, but I'd pull the plug. I'd pull the stop. I'd pull the goalie. If they start Monty again, I'm turning the game off. Zerowski played today, no points. UFO won though. I'm just quickly gonna look. Oh, Jesus! Kelowna's losing 5-0, so I don't have to check to see if Papanicus has any points. Know the answer to that. Kelowna is hosting the friggin' now Medicine Hat. All of a sudden, after that long, they're on a losing skid. Another game with no points for Pickford. What's going on? Bryce back down to friggin' earth. What's going on here? Oh, didn't play. Oh God. When it rains, it pours, eh, folks? Bryce Pickford didn't play tonight. Fuck. Pardon my French, or my English, or my bad English. My profanity. I just got to look, and I didn't check the last one. See if he didn't play in that one too. A little behind the times here. Pickford didn't play. That's why he has no points in the last 2 games. Okay. Well, I have to go back and have a look at the game before that and see if and when he got injured. Jesus. Reinbacher injured, Pickford injured. We have 5 games before the break. We really need a winning streak. Yeah. Yeah. Can we see the winner, Yvonne, again? Oh, no. Somebody's got to send me a toonie or you don't get to see Yvonne again. I'm playing hardball. I think Monty has rum in the water bottle. Mr. God, please, no more nights. What goalies are out there? Montreal needs to go 3-2 or 4-1. They don't need to, but it would be nice. They better come back like last year after the break and just be on fire. Okay? Here's hoping. Could it be our goalie coach, Pierre Gervais? Pierre Gingras. You can't have a team with that much talent and miss the playoffs. If they do, the entire coach staff needs to go. D-men aren't really very good. Yeah. I don't necessarily agree with that. Me, a goalie that has attitude, these guys look like they want to cry after a goal. Binnington, he has attitude. Yeah, I think they need another goalie in there. Marty letting the Anderson, Gallagher, and Dano line take over 10. Offensive zone face-offs is outrageous. I know, eh? Yeah, I never get that. Like, what the heck are you doing? Yeah. Can't have a goalie who forces a team to score 4 or 5 goals just to tie. Yeah. I've got a few new people in here tonight, eh? And again, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're a newbie here. It does me a world of good. It really does. It helps boost the algorithm, gets more people watching it. YouTube sends me a bit of money, so it's highly appreciated. Every bit of contribution that you can make helps me. So, but thank you. We've had 1,600 people have watched this 800 in the last 60 minutes. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good numbers. Thank you. Just curious. How many likes we've got so far? 102. Okay. Not bad. Hit the 100 mark already. Thank you very much, guys. Frank the Tank, is it just me or do they look like the Leafs? No defense, no goaltendings, but can score at will. Well, a little bit. Although only one guy scored tonight. Habs need that 3-week break. Yes, they do. Line A and net. 6'5". At least when he goes to his knees, maybe it won't go over his friggin', won't go over his shoulder. Plays on his back. With Vegas, Colorado, and Buffalo, they will be lucky to get a point. Yeah, well, you know what? They tend to play well against the better teams. I don't know. We'll see. Monty has a losing record against Boston. Not logical to play him. Yeah. Against Buffalo, he's flopping all over the place, totally off positioning. Just always seems something is off. I don't know. His confidence is gone. Line A would be better than Texia. Yeah, I'd try Line A before Texia on the first line. I would. I still think it should be Doc that gets the prolonged look there. Again, I liked him dropping his gloves tonight. He's done a few little things well. I wouldn't have put him back to the fourth line. That's misusing him. Put friggin' Texia there. These guys that just become faves, and it's like, oh, we'll just close our eyes. I like this guy, doesn't matter. I don't know. Slav and Dem played awful tonight. Yeah. Well, and Cap. All three of them. The line was not good. They were not good. And Davidov with a couple of, he almost like really cost them dearly there with that one friggin' turnover in the neutral zone. And yeah, Marty acts like Monty's Carey Price. Yeah, and Texier, who was bought out on the first line. Waiver wire from waiver wire to 60 game starter, and from bought out to first line winger. Like, no wonder they can't get over the hump right yet, eh? Monty cost him the last 2 games, 2 goals in the first 7 shots tonight. Again, weak goals in the third, especially the third one on a weak backhander. Last game, he gave them no chance to win 3 on first 9 shots. It's tough. When your goalie can't save more than 80% of shots, it's tough. Dice Man, Carey is not on this team when we're contending. Let Reinbacher reach his potential and stay healthy. Here's hoping he does, folks. Cheers. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Thank you for 100 people pressing like. Thank you to Brad Coates for becoming the newest member. I appreciate the support, folks. Gonna hit 2,000 this month. I know it. It's a goal. It's a goal of mine. 2,000 in income from YouTube. It's, I mean, you got to start somewhere, right? I can survive on that. And the same haters blame the goalies because of stupid penalties and the mistakes the defense are making. It's time the fans look deeper than blaming the goalies. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Kenny. I think we're blaming more than the goalies tonight, but he's part of it. For sure. You think, Kenny, do you think that goalie is playing well this year? 80th in saves above expected. Close to 80th in save percentage. 500 win percentage on a team that's over 6, wins 60% of the time. You can only blame the defense and everyone else, but you can't blame the 80th best goalie that's, for whatever reason, gets a starting job. You don't see where there's that's a problem. It's everybody else's fault. Okay. Interesting point of view. Thank you, Kenny. Look, how many times have we been thrown to the ice tonight? We must add toughness. Michael McCarron, I've been saying it. did the video last week. You can go back and look at it. The first one is the one that gets cut off at the end, but check out the freaking hits and the fights. McCarron he's a lot better skater than he used to be. He'd be a nice ad, and it wouldn't cost much. I'd trade Evans for McCarron it's needed. He's better penalty killer than Evans this year. A lot better. Must be frustrating for that when a big save is needed but don't get it. Yeah. Yeah, welcome Brad Coates. Thank you, Brad. They're definitely a work in progress on defense. No one is denying that. Absolutely, folks. Some new names here. Dave Fretz. There's Drum Dude. Hey, guys, frustrating loss. Johnny Quick out of New York. Well, he's better than friggin' Monty right now. You know what? That's a good comp, Marlon, saying Georgiev, who just kind of, and it happens. There's a goalie every year. I think every year in the NHL, there's a goalie that just loses it. Like there's at least one every year, pretty much. Yeah. You could name 40 goalies, and I'd prefer them over Monty right now. I didn't think the backhand was that weak, but it wasn't. Certainly Gary Galley made it sound like it was a fantastic one, but yeah, it wasn't. Definitely savable. Trying to bring a bit of positive regret. We'll have to charge psychiatrist fees for us to write. Doc is the usual fantasy of most GM, the 6'4" center. Yeah, well, he's not playing center. I don't know. I might consider fourth line winger is not the spot for him. Sorry. Either put him as one of the two centers, because it's redundant. Danault and Evans are soft. I'm sorry. You need somebody with some physicality at center in those two spots. You do. You just do. Maybe if they're not going to try Doc on the top line, then put him center in one of the bottom two lines, I think. I watched Andy Chamber. They thought Monty. They always think Monty's good. They friggin' whatever. Yeah. Trying to cheer us up. Don't worry, guys. They'll win the next game. We'll be all right. Oh. Everything will be all right. Yeah, I like command there, Bontoon. I think you asked me that before. Toot Zag. Bonsoir. Hello, how are you? Thanks for joining in. We're having a dandy old time here tonight, folks. The coach wasn't given much of a chance in the first decade of his pro career. He should know better than to do it to his players. Well, maybe that's why Monty, he was a waiver wire pickup just like him, so it's got to give him every opportunity to become a Hart Trophy winner just like he was, right? Somehow my crystal ball does not foresee a Hart Trophy for Samuel Montembeault in the future. I may be wrong. Oh, Brad. Hey, Brad. I thought we were okay when Monty stopped the first 3 shots. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, I'm ready to start looking at that second line. You think Danault's good, do you? Danault with his 1 goal? Yeah. No. You know, Cappy's just having a little. Hey, Cappy was no worse than Demidov tonight. So should we put, I don't know, Veleno replacing Demidov? Carey went from hero to zero in no time flat. Carey had a few good games there, so I'm not going to, I'm not giving up on him by any means. The Quebec birth certificate plays a role. Yeah, well, I don't know. It just does seem like right now they get the benefit of the doubt every time. 2 goals in 15 seconds. This was clearly on Montesiv. We've got a lot of nicknames for Monty tonight. 1 goal from the blue liner on his knees on screen. The weakest backhand we've seen in 2 decades. Montesiv. The average save percentage in the NHL for goalies is .970 for shots 40 feet from the goal. Monty is around 990%. I don't know what it is. I've said, like, I think, well, all right, guys, send me a bit more money. I did get some there for a while. I'm going to book 2 appointments with the optometrist, okay? I'm going to book one for the goalie coach and one for Monty, because I really think both of them right now have some vision problems. The goalie coach for thinking Monty's has to start 60, 70% of the games, and Monty for not seemingly being able to see shots from the point 40 feet out. He's the worst in the league right now in that. Low danger shots, bad. Monty is at fault for this game. 2 goals in 15 seconds a week. Yeah. Oh, the Journal de Montreal crucified Monty. Okay. So, not everybody defending him. So you think there's a conspiracy with the goalies? Oh, I don't know. The headline on TVA Sport. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sure they're not all protecting. Don't need to go down that, get too political with it, folks. Sometimes they can be a little protective of the French players, and I guess it's to be expected. But, if we're going to miss the playoff riding, Monty, why not roll with the 2 kids and let them grow with the team? At least we'll get to see what they truly are or can become. Well, I've thought about it. Sounds like, though, the plan going into the year, and they seem to be sticklers for sticking to their plan, was that Reinbacher and Fowler stay in Laval all year. Circumstances called for Fowler to come up and try to straighten things out, and he did help do that. But I have a feeling that they, at this point, having sent him back down, they'll either call up Kakkonen or maybe look at making a trade. I don't know why they traded for Evans. Yeah, 1.1 and Dano, they're the same player. Yeah, no, I've said that method that they're kind of redundant. The old guards hold them back a little bit. Maybe Kent needs to study and learn from Sam Pollock. Everybody should study and learn from him. Doc had 1,000 chances on the first line. Really? Huh. Doc played second line center just about all last year when he played. The year before he didn't play. He's only played about 100 games with Montreal. But Colorado's the least hits in the league. They can't win. They have the least hits in the league because they have the puck all the time. What are they supposed to hit themselves? They can't. Trade Monte, Carrier, Struble, get White Cloud from Calgary. Normally, when team trades for a player, they don't just turn around and trade him again. Normally. As long as he has many bumps in the road, if our goaltending doesn't improve, we aren't making the playoffs. Well said. Oh, here's Dave Fretz. Hey, Dave. Love the show, Grant. I like Carrier. But what is the plan for the D come playoff time? Size. Yeah. Galley's always a tough player. Went through a couple seasons getting hand smashed by pucks. Bad luck. Not made of glass. No. Bontoon, he had a. That's a bad. Chaz Lucius has like a disease. Man, guys who get out of their bodies on the line, Goalie goes into contact, Doc plays heavy. Yeah, I want those guys on the team. Left for a bit, so my apologies if you already answered this. Why did Arbor sit? We're wondering that, Jake. We don't really know. Yeah. Stolers from Toronto. They're probably not gonna do that. Not to kill all the players and each other in the community. It's just terrible goaltending, and that makes everything else negative. Pretty much. This marks the end of Monty. There's no Hugo and Marty. Don't see it, and they are see it, and not they are seen on. Are they seen on? Not your most clear paragraph you ever written, Chris. Grant trade for Stallers. Yeah. Team's now 2-4 in their last 6. They're lucky to win the Sens game. Yeah, maybe a little unlucky not to get a couple more points, though. 2, right? Kind of went both ways. Trade for Kemper. Sure, I wouldn't mind trading for Kemper, but LA's in the playoff race. They're not trading them. The other team has to want to do it, folks. Okay, I'll go on. I'll go for another Oh, about another 10 minutes there. No more 3-hour ones. I can't do that anymore. Just too exhausting. What are the chances that Suzuki asks Kent Hughes to run with the current roster this year? I think he'd be crazy. CH become a country club. Mm-hmm. A little bit, eh? Oh, yeah. The last goal changed direction. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if he was standing up, it wouldn't have mattered if it changed direction. What's he doing on his knees? God. He's not going to throw his goalie under the bus, but Jesus. Philip Eriksson played today. Yeah. Did he get some points, Simo? Monty doesn't have reflexes, simply stands and looks back, then drinks. Yeah. Some funny comments in here tonight. Thanks for keeping me amused, folks. Is the mix in the mix is where we wanted to be? Yeah. No, they wanted to be on top. They just wouldn't say it out loud. They could be when they outplay the other team and lose. Yeah, I know. How close we are from getting into the think space that Reinbacher is a bust. What the hell is that supposed to be? Yeah, he's 21 years old. You can get in that think space all you want, Eric. It's pretty silly think space, though. But everyone's got their own think space. I guess this shows how impressive Price, Lundqvist, and Halleck were. They carried their teams to the playoffs. Yeah. I know one of the most exciting games so far, and all they can talk about negative crap. Fowler will be back after the Olympic break, then trade some bodies for cap space. Get my first retirement check next week. Then we'll move to YouTube and join the Molson Canadian with you. Hey, right on. Sounds good, Bert. Perfect. Yes, join us on YouTube here, my friend. Monty was playing well until the last 7 minutes. I don't agree. And there was this goal here. You think this was playing well? Right? What the hell was he doing over there? You know what Fowler does? He looks over and he sees this guy, and he stays in the center of the net, and he makes that save. He's not 8 feet out of position. And then you know what, Frank? Just after that, he did the same thing, and thank God the defenseman blocked it. But he was maybe even further out of position than that. So I'm sorry, but I gotta disagree that he was solid before the last 2 goals. No, he wasn't. Made a couple of nice pad saves in close. Seems to be the only thing that he can do half decent. When the guy's like 5 feet away, shoots it, and he can make some nice pad saves, but shots from the point, no. You know, pass it from one side over to the other, 8 feet out of position. Those lines that you were showing earlier today, Grat, I think it was D, line D or something like that, that I found would be a good lineup. Yeah. Line D, eh? Let me see if I can find that. Line D. I posted some potential lines. Was it this one here that you... Caufield, Suzuki, Slav, Line A, Kapanen, Demidov, Bolduc, Dino, Doc, Anderson, Evans, Texier. Or Galley. Galley's the other possibility there, but something along those lines. And C, I had Bolduc, Doc, Texier, Anderson, Dino, Gallagher. But line A on the second line, Slav back on the top. Hey, I think, well, I mean, line A, 35 goal scorer for his career. I think you got to give him a look at the top six at some point, right? $8.5 million salary, frig. At the very least, just if it's just even to showcase him a bit. But clearly there's an opening in the top six. I'd rather have Line A have a look there than Texier play there. I really would. If it's gonna be a choice between the two, at least a freaking goal scorer in there. The team did good in Boston. Montreal lost it, period. Caufield, I think he's up to 29. He's on pace for 45, folks. Last one to do that was Stéphane Richer. Pretty crazy, eh? All right, I'm going to go a few more minutes here, folks, but that's it. I told the young lad I'd be out of here at 11:30, so I've already stretched it another 30 minutes. But hey, we had a lot of people here, but it is trickling down. We got 2:19 still. I always feel a little guilty leaving when so many people are chiming in. Habs fan in Detroit. Hey, Kevin. In Detroit, eh? That's pretty cool. Thanks for joining the clan. Hit the subscribe button and notification button, and you'll know. You'll get notified whenever I'm doing a live podcast, because it's not they're not at certain times, right? It's difficult to project success in the playoffs for this team. Montembeault is creating the haters pretty much always 3 goals on 10 shots. Monty is not the only one responsible. He's part for sure. Evans for McCarron, throw in Raw if they ask for more. Yeah, I'd do that. Been a Habs fan since Dryden's rookie year, stuck in Detroit. Subscribed. Hey, right on. Thank you. Dryden's rookie year, eh? Holy frig. That's my first we got to be around the same age then, Kevin. Cause that's the first playoff year that I clearly remember, beating Boston, the big bad Bruins that had set all those records and point scoring records. And Dryden came in. I still remember Espo looking to the skies like, what the hell? Who is this rookie? PK is less fit. They were less efficient when Evans was in. They were 27th in the league when he got out, Evans. And now they're back. They got up to 20. Now they're back. They got to be around 30. He has been on the ice for 21 shorthanded goals against. And that's just in 123 minutes on the penalty kill. That's not good. More than 10 goals against every 60 minutes? Ooh, not good. The coaching staff is refusing to let him play. Yeah. I don't know if, that's coming back to bite him, that the fact that what Dover said or whatever. Wasn't there a stat showing Dovish is more solid after getting decent rest? No, I think it's the other way around. I've shown stats showing the opposite. Last year, most of the media placed Monty top 20 in the NHL. Things can change quickly. Yeah, they can. My daughter is expecting a boy. I swear he won't be named Sam. Yeah. Every time there's a shot on Monty or Dovish, I'm nervous. Yeah. I don't have the same feeling when Fowler's in net. I know what you're saying. He's definitely the future of the three. John, I want to send money. I think there's like a dollar sign beside the chat. Click on the icon at the bottom of the page. Then what do you have? E-transfer? I don't, I've never sent money to myself, so I can't. Maybe someone else, John, can. I think you gotta send it by card or whatever. I believe you might have to put in some info, your card. But there is a dollar sign beside the chat, I think. But I don't think it's e-transfer. You're more comfortable doing that. You could always get in touch with me, Grant at HabsCast.ca. Certainly, e-transfer is always a couple of people have done that in the past. Dovish and Jack, I need to play more. I tend to agree with that. Does Monty wear contact lenses? I don't know. I think he should be wearing glasses like Al Arbor glasses out there. Yeah. Behind his mask. Book an appointment for the refs. Marty was pleased with Doc's play. It's mainly about getting puck touches. You controlled the puck and cut in the center, the third. Oh, yeah. He's coming. And it is a bright spot that Caufield just might get 40. You're right. Journal de Montreal. Montembeau. Montembeau's Caufield's night. Yeah, well, good. Can't accuse them of being partisan. Marty might need that eye appointment. Oh, God. Guys, send me some more money. I got to book 3. I have to book 3 appointments. 3 appointments with the optometrist. How pissed do you think Caufield is right now? Yeah, took the win away. Yeah, for sure. Cole doesn't seem like a stat guy. Well, I think they'd have preferred to win. Can always be happy about the Habs prospect list. Yeah. Habs are not trading for anything except cheap rental players. They have a bunch of great players coming next year. They're not making moves based on emotional loss. I don't see them. Yeah, I don't think they're going for like a top 6 guy at this point. Detroit learned a lesson last year. They had a 7 net and they went out and got Gibson. Yeah. Will Caufield get to 30 goals this year? I think there's, I don't know. What do you think, folks? I think there's a decent chance he'll score one more. Is that a typo, Zeffel, or did you mean to say 40? Refs doing their best to get Edmonton back in the game. Bounced off Evans' shin pad. Monty on his knees praying to the hockey gods. Please hit me. They had this game because of Cole's hat trick and lost because, yeah, okay. You guys are doing it back and forth here. When your top scorer is 5'8", Kirby Doc, the most brittle guy in the league, is scrapping. I really get tired of reading that, but I guess people are just going to keep writing it, eh? Tonight was a very Leaf loss. First time on and enjoying. Still the thrill. I'm the one that tweeted you the Kirby Doc kids in China Doll aisle after his fight and got a Grant lull back. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sad for Montembeault. I wish I could keep 900 to 950 save, but he just is above 900. Yeah, I know. Time to fire the goalie coach and hire Carey Price. Yeah. What happened to Monty? He was part of the reason they made the playoffs last year. Hey, Kelly. There's a new face on here. Few yeah. I don't know. But it was somebody pointed out it kind of reminds him of Georgiev. He was really good and then just kind of lost it. Never found it. I'd hoped that Monty would find it. He did his conditioning stint, came back, had a couple of half decent games, I thought. But I don't know. It looks like he's back to not being good again. So it's a good question, Kelly. I can't really say for sure. It's hard to explain. What do I think about Yuri Saros? Well, I don't see Nashville getting rid of their starter. Who else do they have? Nashville, right? They traded away Askarov a couple years ago, so it's not like he's coming up. I don't know. I don't know that they would. And then is there other goalie? Yeah. I don't think that they would be trading him. For goal in goalie years, he's kind of in his prime, right? So the refs loved getting their hands all over the game. Hat trick for Bouchard. There we go. Fowler's in the net. I'm not sure Carey does that mistake on his penalty. Yeah. Do I think the Habs make the playoffs? Not unless there's some kind of a change in with the net minding. With Dovish and Monty, no, I don't think they do. I think something has to give. Schmaltz, no, I wouldn't go after Schmaltz. Right hand defenseman, big winger, or a good tender. Well, they've got a big right hand D, and they've got a good tender on the way. So, and maybe even they could be called up. So I'd say big winger or a big center. What are your thoughts on Ryan Bacher's injury? I'll let you know. Guys leave games almost every night, you know. Don't think too much of it. I'll let you know when I know if he's out for a while. I'm not going to overreact to it like thousands of people are on social media. Salad, Suzuki, Demidov. Toss salad. You need to go through the Yoel Armina mental training. Hey, there you go. Any chance Matthew Olivier can be had? I don't know. He's just so he can beat up a few people every now and then. I don't know. Not much of a hockey player, really. If you want to win in the alley, I guess that's your guy, but I don't know. I like a guy maybe play a little more hockey. All right, folks. I got caught up here. Thank you again, as always, for the support. Just curious to see here how many likes. Hit that like button if you don't mind. Every bit helps. What are we up to here for views? 1,800 views. That's not bad. Well, it's very good, actually. Thank you. And just curious to see how many likes we've got so far. Oh, there's a nice Bud Light. 194 watching. 118 likes. Well, that's not bad. Oh, we got somebody in Nunavut. You handing out cookies. Yeah. What's his face wants a cookie for? You think Baduk's been a superstar there, Pegasus? Rantas, good night from Nunavut. John, did you figure out did you press that button? Don't have much time. I'm wrapping things up here, buddy. If you're going to send that $500, you better do it soon. Just kidding, John. Grant, do you think Hughes will go after a top 6 winger in the offseason like he did last year? Maybe. Maybe they'll get a look at Hage and he'll look really good and say, well, there's our top 6 winger there, right? maybe Page will be ready. Then you won't have to. Maybe Doc, before the end of the year, shows that, hey, he's the guy that should be on that top line wing. Mind you, they moved him off for the great Alex Texier today, so who knows for sure. But so we have a couple of, like Donnie, who sent $20 earlier. He's up north there, and Rantas. We've got them from coast to coast to coast, folks. Gotta love it. Thank you so much. I hope you get some more subscribers and likes. And of course, the almighty dollars. Yeah, closing in on $2,000 for the month. Got a few more donations tonight. They all help. Trust me. Thank you very much, folks. Why doesn't Monty do an interview on the game? Yeah, that'd be good. Silver Thrill. Great show, Grant. Till the next show. Good night. All right. Yeah, I think it was a Doc was a minor injury. Well, like a cut of some sort. Yeah. It would bring a big C. Well, no sugar, please, on that cookie. That's right. Grant, you don't have a money icon. People can go to members and join for $4.99 a month. Yeah, there should be a money icon. Ask Happy Hab or Happy Hab. You sent $5. How did you send it? You don't just become a member. Like you don't have to be a member to send money, do you? Why does my Mason Marchment message keep getting deleted? What are you talking about? He just got traded. Yeah, well, maybe. I didn't delete any Mason Marchment message. Well, Cole got his Hattie. Oh, Johnny Loves Puppies just came in. Hey, Johnny. I actually had a bad feeling about it because I knew the hockey gods would eventually rectify Aho getting 5 points against the Habs, and the Canes still losing. Wow. Yeah, well, I had a bad feeling because Monty was in nets, and I thought, geez, I wish to hell. I wish to hell it was Dobie and nets when they went up 3-2. Montreal have other goalies in the system, yeah. Beside chat, there's a money icon. Hit that and then proceed to your method of payment, card or PayPal. Yeah. Slap happy. Did you see that? I assume you're on, yeah. You're on YouTube, so. Money icon on my phone, but not on YouTube. You can get one in YouTube as well. I'm not quite understanding that. Last one, Gret. Kosa, top goalie in the AHL. Well, you can argue that Fowler is top goalie in the AHL too. Do you want another young goalie? Too young? They already have Fowler. They already have that young. So I don't know. I don't see them making that trade. They love Fowler, and he's kind of the future. So it doesn't make sense to get another. I don't think. Unless they're going like, who did the Leafs? Ken Reggett, and how did that turn out? I forget who the other goalie was. But went with two young goalies. You can get one in YouTube as well. I'm not sure a slap happy. I don't understand what that means. All right, folks. Well, Peter Skudra. On that note, I am ending the stream. I'm doing a show with Rick in the morning here. We're going to have Rick's draft prospect of the week. I'll have a Habs prospect of the week. We'll talk about the game tonight. Talk about what's coming up. Maybe some potential trades. All that good stuff. So I hope you can tune in. We'll probably be around noon. We'll do a live. I'll do a live one. And we'll chat again in the morning. Everyone will feel a little less disappointed about all the crap. Losing, it never feels good to blow a lead late like that, especially against Boston. Not a big Boston fan. But Habs are still in the playoffs, hanging on there. There's so much parity in the league that there's going to be good periods. There's going to be disappointing periods. They'll have to bounce back. I think that the goaltending is the main issue here. Something needs to be done. I don't see it. I don't see them wanting Dobish to be the starter. And if that's the case, then they got to get somebody else in there, because right now Monty can't be the starter. He's just not getting it done. All right, folks. Thanks again, and hopefully we'll see you later on this morning when I do a podcast with Rick Spaghetti. Good night.